Hey guys, it's Talien, back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. When I loaded up this game today, I saw something a little bit different. Hello, Otis, welcome to the stream. The cat is here too. Hey, creature, you here? Yeah, here she is. Um, yeah, here we are. We got a new little friend. Yeah, we got this 100 friendship event, and he's here now. Yeah, there he is. Well, I guess let's jump right into things. I was wondering if that had always been on the title screen. Nope, he's new. He just got here. Cat, where are you going? Hey, hang on. The creature's causing trouble. Alright. Yeah, so let's see. As far as what we're gonna do, fittingly just standing all alone, and will be for a while, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if we can get any other characters to 100 in this playthrough. 75, 77, 63. They're decently close, but we only have, like, less than 2 years. If we keep throwing more gifts at them, maybe. I think we'll still fall short, though. But we can try. Yeah. Okay, so as far as stats go, I've been thinking we probably at least want to get everything up to the first perk, which we're only... Persuasion is the only one we're missing for that right now. And apart from that, like, just, I guess, getting the ones that are close to perks, and hopefully getting biology up to 100 as well. Yeah, I think that might be about what we can do in this next year and 3/4 or so. Maybe we can get bravery up to 100 too. IDK. I guess we'll see. But for now, I don't know if we need to get all the way up to stress 100 before we rest, because I do want to get some rest and then go for a nice fresh exploration session. And I would rather do that in the first half of the year, just because there's so much to do. So I don't know, maybe we'll do like 2 more thingies and then go exploring. Well, we'll figure something out. Cal is doing some hardcore inverted yoga pose, balanced on his hands with his legs folded up and his knees tucked on top of his elbows. His breathing is long and steady. "Check it out," he says, slowly extending one leg out so it sticks straight up into the air behind him. "This one's called crow pose, but I think it's kind of more like a float cow. Get it? Because it's kind of like I'm floating? Float crow?" We could do depot work again since organizing is pretty close still. Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to get the organizing perk as well. So we'll do the depot once or twice at least, probably. Noe seems engrossed in her hollow palm as you approach. "Hold on, Solana," she says. "I gotta finish this message to Vase. He gets so moody if I don't hollow him back right away." God damn it. He's so needy. Okay, so we need to get something for Nemi. I guess we can just give her an egg. So I'm also going to note re-augments equals accidental destiny. Cal's augment has been strongly implied to be resistance to heat and cold, and which job requires him to be outside in the hot summer? That's right, gardening. Yeah. You're a hero, Nemi says, taking the egg. And I'm starving. I'm gonna get the kitchen to cook this up right away. Alright, enjoy your egg. Rex smiles as you approach, then looks concerned. You doing alright, Solana? He gestures to his face. You've got a old tired face, don't talk to me thing going on. It's real butcher you. Nami is sitting in front of an array of hollow screens, all displaying different tutorials for various crafts and hobbies. I was thinking of learning something new, Nami says, poking their finger into their cheek. It's not enough that I already know how to draw and write and play video games. I could learn to knit, or sculpt, or make jewelry. What do you think about this for a second? I know we can just nanoprint stuff like that, but it's nice to make stuff with your hands, right? Alright, I guess we're going back up here. Have you seen Dis around anywhere? Mars asks. I was just thinking, I haven't seen him in literal ages. Is he still out there playing Explorer? Why? Bruh. I will say we have very little to go off to figure out the Helio Kids augments, obvious Rex notwithstanding. Yeah, we don't really have... Cat, what are you doing? Hang on. What's she doing here today? The creature has been secured. You have something to say? Okay. I guess let's work in the depot. You pass the construction yard on your way to work at the depot. Rex waves you over. Hey, come take a look at this, he says, leading you over to where a portion of the heliosphere is being married to the old living quarters with a scaffolding of mushwood. Isn't this wild? It's like our two ships are actually becoming one. He throws his arm around your shoulder. It's like a metaphor, get it? The colony and us from the Helio, learning how to work together? How we build our environment affects how we live, you know? Wouldn't it be nice if it was that simple? You should come by and help me, he continues. It's really fun. You get to build things, and the construction crew is really nice. And you get to hang out with me. Oh, we unlocked a new thing. Kitty kitty. Wait, why not start right now? He hands you a plas cutter, a gun-shaped tool that emits a thin beam of superheated plasma. No time like the present, right? Zeke always says we need more workers here. But you do have another job that you promised to do. I do wonder if this is gonna actually affect my thing for the month. I feel like it probably won't. I'll just go for it. You help Rex hold up part of a wall while he fits a bracket in place. There's a lot of pounding and wiggling to get it to fit, which delights Rex every time he gets to make a joke about it, of course. It's sweaty, rewarding work, and you learn something about engineering while you're at it. What was that? I don't really see dog senses / attributes translating well to construction worker, yeah. So either Stratos leverage their augments way better than the Helio ship to direct children into certain jobs. Feels unlikely given the authoritarianism, yeah. Or it's more evidence for the mutiny theory. The ship was not supposed to be all soldiers, and the shakeup left everyone unable to join their ideal occupation. Yeah, that could be. That is interesting. But on the other hand, like, if they are intended to be all... Well, I guess if they were intended from birth to be all soldiers, then they probably would have had, you know, the appropriate augments, but hard to say, I guess. Chief Administrator Seek comes storming out of command to find you. Solana, they snap. Where have you been? I expected you hours ago. Sorry. Whoa, it's my bad, Rex says, moving to stand between you and Seek. If he had a tail, it would be between his legs. The perfect picture of an apologetic puppy. I asked her to help out. We're super short on hands around here, and she did a great job. Seek grudgingly accepts that you did, in fact, do good work. They tell you that you're cleared to help out in construction if you'd like, snidely commenting that you're better suited for manual labor than the job you are actually supposed to do today. Yikes. Okay. So. Plus 10 stress. I don't really want that. But on the other hand, I kind of was planning to rest relatively soon anyway. So it's honestly probably fine. We have plenty of stress to work with. We'll see if we can do without it, but maybe we'll go for it. We could do some gems a little bit. This card becomes 4, which is not ideal. Oh boy. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter, except that this gives us that. I wonder if it would be better to move this to the reds, or to have the 5 combo. Because our 2 of a kinds do have that +3. I don't think we have any bonus to flushes, really. Let's try it. Yeah, well, I don't think it made much of a difference. So what happened? Oh, well, I guess that one is locked to 4 anyway, so... I guess that's fine. Okay, so I think we're very close on both. Alright, so I think, is it Rex's birthday? Yeah. Oh, wait, I wanted to check what we can do in here. What does construction give us? Engineering and toughness. Ooh. We could definitely use both of those, for sure. I think we need at least one more depot and at least one, work construction. Although if we go exploring, we can potentially pick up some engineering points out there. Yeah, unclear. We find Rex sitting in the bowl of one of the unfinished buildings, taking a hit off of a rolled cigarette that smells powerfully skunky. He jumps a little when he sees you, before relaxing. Ah, it's only you, Solana, he says, waving at the cloud of fumes and giving you a squinty-eyed smile. Don't mind me, I'm just testing some of the latest crops for quality assurance. Alright, let's give him a log. The dog is smoking Zaza. Yep, he sure is. How's our friendship now? I'm honestly surprised Lama's even allowing them to grow weed. Yeah, I don't know. She likes crystals, right? She holds the crystal up to the light and gazes into it. With the right angle, I can see my face in it. Beautiful. Of course she would like that. Ooh, I see that fruit. Hey, it's my little genius! Your dad exclaims, swooping it down to kiss the top of your head. Savior of the colony! What do you need, love bug? Aw, he's so sweet. I feel like we haven't hung out with Dad in a long while. Oh. Wait, no, talk to Dis. Well, I guess we don't really need to give him stuff because we're already maxed out. Nobody's out here, I guess. We haven't found anything that he likes. He dislikes the colored stuff. I think the only thing we haven't tried is the strange device. Base turns the strange device over and over in his hands. No, thy enemy, he says in a low growl. Of course, that's the only thing he likes. And what does she like again? She likes the medicinal roots. Hello, fellow Exocolonist. Hey, June RV, welcome to stream. He even makes liking things suck. I know, right? He's terrible. What is up with the kitty today? Why is she so demanding? Cal is hauling a huge bag of fertilizer, the muscles in his arms bulging as he staggers past. Hey, Solana, he grunts, dropping it at his feet. Whew! I'd like to see a soldier do that. Okay, what does he like again? I don't remember. He likes egg. We are pretty short on egg, though, but we'll give it to him. Utopia's so cool, Nomi says, twirling their pencil between their fingers. She's just out there in the wilderness doing cool explorer-y stuff. It all makes me wish I was any good at exploring. But I just get super scared and freeze up. And then I make silly mistakes. Everyone says so. Nomination, stop making silly mistakes. Oh gosh, I forgot to plug in my computer. What are they like again? Can't keep track of all these people. Okay, crystals. We have lots of crystals. Oh my gosh, sorry. This creature is just causing so much trouble today. You have something to say? Do you want to say something for yourself? No? You have the mic. No, she doesn't have anything to say. She says she's innocent. Alright, have I talked to these guys? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Any criminal pleads the fifth. Yes, she does. She knows her rights, huh? Okay. So, what do we do today? I guess should we... Let's try out the new construction thing, just because we haven't, you know, gotten to do it yet. After Chief Administrator Seek, the unofficial heads of the construction crew are Aluminum and Burnish, Mars' dads. Oh, we haven't seen these guys in a long time. We don't know them very well, but they're great supervisors. Honest, friendly, straightforward guys with wide shoulders, strong backs, and soft hearts. They're really nothing like Mars at all. How did that happen? That's cute. The Space Mutant Exocolonists are not British, confirmed. You're working with them while they tear down the internal walls of the heliopause, scoring edges carefully with plas cutters, and then using sledgehammers to knock great sheets of metal free. What are we using these sheets for? Reinforcing the garrison and other new buildings, Al replies, wiping his forehead with the back of his hairy arm. The plas cutters really crank up the heat in these small metal rooms. All these bulkheads and hallways were important safety features in space, Bernie adds. You don't want to explosively decompress the whole ship, you know? But here on Vertumna, we have different needs. I mean, I'd be okay with helping them work, but if we can do all of the dialogue options, I guess we might as well. Can't we just mine more metal? Sure, Burnish laughs. Just go ahead and get out there with a pick and... Bernie, Al chides him, then turns to you. We're a long way from being able to mine and smelt here on Vertumna, if we do it all. Mining is extremely destructive. We need to reuse what we have here first. We just nanoprint what we need? Nanoprinting can't make what we don't have, Al replies. It can only recombine existing molecules. When you think about it, we have a pretty finite amount of most elements on the periodic table. Yeah, that is true. Well, Bernie adds, not unless we get out there and start stripping them from Vertumnan sources. We already log mushwood for construction, but only because we have to. Finding things like iron and aluminum is a little beyond our capabilities. What are you talking about, Bernie? Aluminum replies. I'm right here. That is the daddest of dad jokes. Okay, the criminal has escaped again. We'll see if she causes any more trouble. You learned a lot working with Al and Bernie. They look like big, tough guys, but like most people in the colony, they really care about sustainability and doing the right thing. And they love to talk while they work, with no shortage of gossip about the other adults. Ah, there's where Mars gets it from. If you keep your ears open, you're going to learn more here than just how to smash stuff and nail it back together. That is interesting. I feel like Lum won't give a shit about strip mining with all that going on. Yeah, for sure. Lum doesn't care. Alright. Cards with gems are wild. Unfortunately, we don't have any. Neighbors become wild. Yeah, this card is kind of crazy. What can we do with this card? Well, I guess if neighbors become wild, then they also become +1, right? Yeah, they sure do. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Hmm. 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 Well, I think we can try to turn this one into a blue. We use a bobber fruit, so that's going to get +1 and then another +1 for the color change. So that'll be a 6/6, and this one's value is wild, so that's a 6/6. That could be a good idea. Just out of curiosity, what would doing this... Great. I'm gonna try to use the bobber fruit here, I think. No, that's not what I meant. Come on, do the thing. Okay, we have that. Okay. Oh, we even got the super goal. Alright. We got lots of engineering. We're almost to the thing on toughness. Okay, okay. Doing pretty good here. Alright, what do we got? New cards in the depot. Okay, what do we got? Honestly, I can't even really tell what's new. That's kind of crazy. Unfortunately, we don't really focus on blue cards. We have a fair bit. This is new, I'm pretty sure. Plus 30 engineering. First collectible uses free. Those are both pretty good. The fidget spinner is genuinely insane on a mental build. Yeah, I could absolutely see that. This looks really good too. Plus 15 to all skills. I mean, it doesn't help in challenges, but still, like, that's a pretty good skill boost. Your God's old hat, yeah. Kind of wild that they're selling it. I really like the brain trainer. Plus 15 to everything is very handy, yeah. Wasn't that the same eye implant giving Tang all those headaches? Which thing? Oh, yeah, the hollow eye display. Huh. I think I might get the brain trainer. Why are we so short on kudos? We didn't use that many at the spa, did we? Oh, we also bought something else before. Right, we bought the gun just to have it on hand. I'll buy this also just to have it on hand. And just like that, we're almost out of kudos. Okay. Well, new month. Let's... Right, I guess we don't need to give any more presents. Honestly, to me, the brain trainer is worth using the slot that isn't filled with pets. Yeah. Actually, also, do we... I wonder if that would give us enough to, like, get to anyone's event. Like, well, let's... Because, for instance, we would be able to get to 80 engineering. We'd almost be at 80 organizing. We could get to 40 persuasion and talk to Mars. Alright. I don't think we need to do that right this moment. Fluffy one has returned. He's trying to say something, I think. We catch Nemi around the side of the garrison, leaning against the wall with her eyes closed. You call her name and she jerks awake, her hand going to her rifle. What? What's going on? Are they here? No, you're fine. Actually, wait, did we not give her a present last time? I thought you could only give someone one present, like, per season. We're running out of egg. I think we might have to find something else that she likes. But I guess for now, we'll just give her egg. An MES full on PTSD. It's not super surprising, but the soldier stuff is doing her no favors yet. Oh my gosh, cat. She's just scratching everything. Alright. Okay, should we go back to the depot then? Yeah, let's work one more time, I think. Uh-oh. You're trying to find Administrator Seek to ask about something, and accidentally stumble into a meeting they're having with Governor Lum. You didn't catch the topic of the argument, but you managed to piece together that Seek is trying to get Lum to come up with a way to explain something important to the colony. Whatever it is, Lum is dismissive about it. You hear him say he's not here to hold people's hands, which frustrates Seek. Figure it out, Seek, Lum says. That's your job. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, well, our persuasion is fucked, so... I guess I'm gonna try it. You wait for Lum to storm off like he usually does, then approach Seek while they're massaging their temples. You offer to help Seek with their problem, whatever it is. Seek sighs. The governor isn't used to how things work around here, they admit, slowly. They clear their throat and look around to make sure he isn't still nearby. Nor does he have any real experience at running anything besides a squad of gun-toting soldiers. He doesn't appreciate the work of civil servants like you and me, Zeke continues. He thinks the person with the biggest gun and the nicest smile should be allowed to make the decisions, with no regard for the difficulties of actually making those decisions reality. They sigh. Perhaps it needs a more deft touch. Oh! That was Kitty escaping again. Perhaps it needs a more deft touch. I already have Mars working on softening him through social media, but though she's quite rebellious, I could use someone I can trust in the position. Unlocked administration in command. Oh boy, what is this? Alright, well. We got this nice big card. We can get some 4s in here. We can get some 3s in here. Not ideal, really. What does this one turn into? 5? Okay, yeah. Whoops. I wonder if it's better to have the straight. Our straights are very strong. I'm surprised she's calling Mars rebellious, though. She's been pretty on board with the planet war. Yeah, she seems to be on board with the planet war, but, like, she personally is, like, she likes to do things her own way. Maybe our personal standards of rebellion have been raised somewhat by hanging out with Dis and Sim. They absolutely have. Ooh, is that a max? Best score, nice. Okay, I think we got both of the perks. What do we got? Draw an extra card. Oh my god, we're gonna have so many cards. And the, that Seek card is gonna get so strong. Yellow cards get +1, okay. We're actually getting some yellow bonuses for once. Okay, yeah, so I've pretty much got all the stuff I was going for. I wanted to just get biology up and toughness up, and then we can just kind of do whatever. I think we might just rest this time. Okay, so if we rest this time and then go explore early dust, then we do have the stress bonus. Although, so we're still gonna have the festival, which will probably still have the stress bonus. We're just not doing the competitions, probably. So, I don't know. It might work different this year, maybe. But I'm still gonna go on the assumption that we're gonna have the stress bonus. Yeah, I think we should do that. I think we should rest today and then explore next time. I don't even know if we're going to want or need to do a second exploration this year. Maybe this will only be a one exploration year, even though that is very unusual for us. Oh, did we actually... I was wondering if we hit 40 persuasion for her, but I guess I don't think so. I think we just, got her friendship score up. Mars is working in the depot today. You find her sitting on a pile of boxes, drumming her feet against them as she flips dismissively through a magazine on her hollow palm. Every so often, she snorts at something she's read and rolls her eyes. Oh, hey, Solana, she says as you approach. Would you rather have really bad body odor for a day, or have to spend the whole day naked? I feel like probably bad body odor is less bad, just because at least it only really matters if you're, like, close to people. If you're naked, like, everyone's gonna see that from, from across the colony. I feel like the why is a cop-out answer, so I'm gonna give an actual answer. Bad body odor, I guess? Mars pulls a face. Really? You do you, I suppose. At least being naked isn't going to bother other people. I guess it depends how confident you are in your body. Like, you could just be like, well, my naked body is a gift to the colony, so they can enjoy it all they want. Especially if anyone else has econs. Not to loophole it, but I could just spend the entire day indoors even if I am naked. I guess that would make sense too, yeah. But at the same time, you could have really bad body odor and also spend the whole day indoors and no one's gonna know. Or just go do something that doesn't involve being around other people. I guess it depends how bad the body odor is. Like, normally, even if someone has body odor, you can't smell it unless you're standing, like, 5 feet from them. So, I don't know. I'm reading some of the teen magazines from Old Earth, Mars says. You know, like fashion and makeup and dating and stuff. She turns to a new page and reads out loud. Don't be afraid to use green concealer. You may look like the Wicked Witch at first, but don't click your heels and go home. Stick with it, and you'll be on that yellow brick road to clear, beautiful skin. So clearly the Wizard of Oz has stuck around in some capacity, but I wonder if Mars actually understands that reference. Oh, well, I should have read literally the next line. Mars laughs incredulously. What does that even mean? Go pull a diss about it. Yeah, exactly. Pop taught me to put on makeup because I wanted to be pretty, like him, Mars says. But it was never like, cover up your blemishes, make your nose smaller, hide your skunky pores. And that's all they ever talk about in these things. Wizard of Oz semi-confirmed, yeah. And it's like, was Earth fashion really about making everyone look as small as possible? What was wrong with them? Mars gestures to herself. I was the biggest kid the whole time we were growing up, and I've always been gorgeous. And that's not just my genetic enhancement talking. Huh. So I wonder if her thing is literally just confidence. Sometimes I think they should just have made everyone unable to feel shame. Oh. I think that was actually mentioned, now that I think about it. I think it was mentioned offhand somewhere, and we actually commented on it, like, oh, is her thing literally not feeling shame? But I guess now it's confirmed. Like, all these magazines talk about is how to fix your flaws or act different so people like you. It's such a waste of time. Mars tosses her hair over her shoulder. If people don't like me, they can flick off. I literally don't care what they think. Alright, yeah. Loki, one of the top tier augments. To some extent, yeah, I could see that, but I think it also can lead to some very awkward situations that would make you weird socially. It, it really would. Why does this colony keep removing emotions from children? Yeah, I know, it is fucked up. It's not awkward for you. That is entirely true. But at the same time, if it's awkward for other people, then, like, that's going to affect your relationship with them. I'm assuming it's part of the reason Mars is the way she is. Oh, absolutely. It's a big part of why Mars is the way she is. Because awkwardness is a type of shame, yeah. Seek, I don't understand why Mars is so self-assured and rebellious. Also, Seek gave Mars the self-assured, rebellious augment, probably. I don't think Seek would be involved in that, probably. But they surely know about it. But the no shame thing also put Dis in the torment nexus, yeah. Yeah, not literally them, but the colony collectively, yeah. Mars pats the box next to her, and you climb up and sit by her side. The dating advice in these things is peak good, though, she says, flipping through a few pages. Like, my dad's taught me about reproduction and stuff, but they got so squicked out when I asked how you actually get someone to have sex with you. She rolls her eyes. Because, like, the entire thing of Mars' earlier bullying is just Mars being extremely blunt with Dis because she doesn't feel shame about it. Yeah. Teenagers on Earth were apparently very worried about getting boys to like them, Mars says. Like, look at this quiz. 10 ways to tell if he's super into you. Mars smirks and angles her holoscreen away from you. Ooh, let's see how into me you are, Solana. First question, do you have any cute nicknames for me? I mean, Mars is technically a nickname, but apart from that, no. Mars definitely seems to have had fewer negative consequences of her augment than Dis, but maybe we see more vulnerabilities from her perspective. Yeah. Like, all things considered, she seems relatively well adjusted, but you could definitely see how, like, her way of interacting with people could definitely rub people the wrong way. I'd say no shame ended up fitting into the colony's social structure way better than no fear of death, yeah. That's fair, Mars says. I don't have any for you. Second question. Do you get nervous around me? I mean, I do think that her self-assuredness can be a little bit intimidating, potentially. But for the most part, no. We'll go with sometimes. Mars gently prods you with her elbow. No, really? She exclaims. Well, I guess that's understandable. She is pretty iconic, not gonna lie. Last question. Do you go out of your way to see me? The honest answer is no. Well, I go out of her way. I go out of my way to talk to her, but I guess I don't go out of my way to talk to her more than anyone else, because I do just kind of make the rounds of talking to everyone every month. Yeah, exactly, Otis. Sure. Aw, Solana! Mars beams. I am happy whenever you come talk with me. Us sophisticated folks gotta stick together. I didn't realize she thought of us as sophisticated. I thought she just thought we were another bum. Mars makes a frustrated noise and dismisses her hollow screen. This is so wimpy, she groans. What was wrong with Earth teens? If you want to know if someone likes you, just ask them. It's easy if you're not a coward. This is antisocial behavior, and by proxy, his relationship with the colony is more so tied to his past than to his augment, I would say. That's true, especially like the thing with his mom that like we don't 100% know the details of, but we can very much take guesses at this point. I do think it's both of those things, though. We both have blue and gold hair, and that's something to celebrate. Yep. Yeah, based on what we've seen in the playthrough, I do think the augment was a significant influence. Yeah, I definitely think so as well. Like, it just changes the way that he interacts with the world. And, like, makes it hard for him to relate to other people. Mars turns to you and leans in, bracketing your legs with her arms. You can smell her body lotion, light and floral, and feel the heat of her chest against your arm. She pouts and looks at you through her lashes. What about it, Solana? Do you like me? I like this one! One of his consistent creepy elements is acting way too interested in the death of beloved classmates and adults, yeah. I agree, fear is a lot more of a key emotion than shame if we compare the two, especially for a child. Yeah, it was rough for him, for sure. We can make sense with dead mom drama, yeah. Do it? You really want me to do it? I mean, honestly, I feel like out of anyone, Mars is, like, not gonna be offended by it. I mean, we have seen her be a little bit, you know, upset when we don't pay enough attention to her. But... Are we, like, officially dating Dis? I feel like it's unclear. No, not really. Like, we've flirted with him a few times, and I think we've definitely made it clear that we're into each other, but we haven't made anything official yet, I guess. This is like the normal thing to say, but I have to confess I'm a little bit curious about that option. But yeah, read the death interest. It makes a lot of sense for a child who can't conceptualize the primal fear of death to be, let's say, curious. Yeah. Maybe if I stare at this corpse long enough, I'll get why everyone reacts the way they do. That is definitely an interesting way of thinking about it. Alright, we'll just be normal about it. Mars doesn't even look disappointed. She leans back and brushes her hand down the sleeves of your jacket, as if dusting you off. See? It's just that easy, she says breezily. Right, I did also want to check our new thing. Assist the governor. Oh, God. Well, I definitely want to do this at least once, just to see what happens, but, Persuasion primary. Oh my god, yeah. But I feel like getting to the first perk is probably good enough. We're not really gonna make significant progress on it. I do want to do it at least once, though. Assist the governor. Yikes. Alright. We'll do the hug. Getting it to 35 might be handy so we can get 50 with the brain trainer. That is very smart. Yes, we might want to do that. We're very close to 35, right? Oh, we're literally at 34. Oh my gosh. Okay, but the main things we want to do right now is probably biology. And I think we just need the 1 toughness. Oh gosh. Okay, but that's not going to be this time. This time we're going to rest. Like we've talked about the emo of it all. Just believes that nobody could possibly understand how he feels. And with his augment, he's kind of correct. Yeah. Where's the name of Mars augments in our notes, by the way? It is... Shameless. That's kind of funny. Everyone here is so afraid of dying that they don't even bother living, Dis says, fiddling with a strap on his backpack. I'm not afraid of death. I know I'll die eventually, and the thought doesn't scare me at all. I used to think that the inevitability of death meant life was pointless, he continues. But now I find it comforting. Nothing you do can change the fact that your life doesn't matter, so you can do whatever you want. And if people don't like it, or they make fun of you, who cares? They're going to be dead soon, too. He shrugs, looking a little more relaxed than usual. I don't know. I find that freeing. Have you learned Base's augment? Yeah, I don't think so, no. How the augment neighbor was not messing around. Yeah, we don't really know much about Base. We have 7 friendship with Base. We really need to get him a Linkin Park mixtape. Alright, let's do our rounds and then go rest. Poor Nemi. Nomi's painting their nails, every nail a different bright color. They hold them up to you proudly. Marzipan let me borrow some of her nail polish, they say. She's so glamorous. And she said that if I liked any of the colors, I could just have them because she has so many. Mace has been real mean this whole playthrough, yeah. I think Dis would be a Vocaloid emo if he grew up on Earth. You're so right. I can absolutely see that. Just needs the entire genre of emo, and not just that one song he played us in that event. Whoops. Okay, let's... You hang out with Rex in the lounge, playing board games. He's in the middle of teaching you some sort of complicated card game when Nomi Nomi arrives, and Rex nearly knocks them over the whole table trying to pounce on them. The game can't be played with 3 players. Rex gives you an apologetic look and says you'll just have to learn how to play later. Alright. I think we'll keep it. Not great, but we'll keep it. Alright. Birthdays. It is... Nemi or Cal first? I keep forgetting. Right? Yeah, Nemi. Nemi time. Okay. Nemi and Cal and Base? No, it's wet. Nomi, yeah. Okay, so we can't give Nomi a present yet. For a moment, I was like, is Tangent not at the engineering building? But no, she's just a little bit off to the side. She also likes flowers, right? Where's Tangent? Yeah, we'll give her flowers. Nemi's watching some of the other soldiers practicing their hand-to-hand combat. Man, she says, I hope we never actually have to do that. Seems like a bad idea. I mean, I guess most of the monsters we fight don't do hand-to-hand combat. It's only for fighting against humanoids, more so. I mean, sure, you can, like, punch a creature. That is also a thing that you can do, if you really need to. They've got so many guns, yep. Okay, Nemi likes eggs, and we are running short of eggs. You're catching up with Nemi between her drills when she looks over your shoulder and frowns. Bloody apple, she curses, seeming to shrink behind you. She's here again. You turn, and at the other end of the garrison you can see a small crowd of young soldiers forming around Chief Steward Antecedent. She's handing out lunch tiffins and doling out hugs to anyone who comes within melee range, which is quite a few of them. Noticed, just from hanging around the garrison, even some of the transplanted Helio soldiers have started calling her Auntie. This must be why. Oh, that's really sweet. She comes by every couple of days, Amy grumbles. We're still kids in the creche, playing in her skirts. It's so disruptive. Oh, come on, girl. Amy, you're getting mad at Antecedent for being nice. Yeah, I think she's just embarrassed having her mom come by and give people lunches and whatnot. Girl, come on. Eventually, the crowd around Antecedent thins, and she makes it over to you and Nemi. She greets you with a warm hug. It smells nice, like flour and yeast. Hello, Solana, she says. Have you eaten? I'm fine, Auntie. Let me switch out your water bottle, then, she says, taking yours and giving you a full one. It's important to stay hydrated. Aww. Is Base's augment making everyone else really mean? I guess so. Antecedent turns to Nemi. You can almost feel the temperature in the room drop several degrees. Nemi stonily stares down at her mother. Antecedent's smile grows thin, and she clutches the handles of her basket. How about you, Annie? Have you eaten? Do you need... Nemi scowls and crosses her arms. I'm fine, she says, cutting off her mother. Just like I was yesterday and last week. I don't need you to manage me. He's a bad influence on Nemi, yeah. Augment rage baiting. I would believe it. Apparently. If you're sure, Antecedent responds, hesitantly. It's a mother's job to worry, Annie. She reaches out to lay her hand on Nemi's scaly cheek, but Nemi jerks backwards and slaps her hand away. Wow! Oh yeah? Nemi retorts. You just sit around and worry? Must be nice. I bet you'd like it if that was all I did, too. If I quit being a soldier and spent all day cuddling babies and wiping noses and fixing clothes like you did. Nice and safe in the creche forever. Oh my god, that's so awful! That's so awful, oh my gosh. She's your mom. Nemi turns her frightening scowl on you. Stay out of this, Solana. I've never thought that, Annie, she says, laying her hand on her heart. I worry because I love you, and I always will. I'm just doing what I can to keep you safe. This is all Vase's fault. Okay, I know it's more complicated than that, but I don't like Vase, so it's his fault. I mean, I think to some extent it's just a part of growing up is wanting to have some more distance with your parents, especially if she does seem like the doting type. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay for Nemi to treat her like that. I'm saying it's understandable for her to, like, be kind of embarrassed to be treated like... to be, like, doted on like this, but she's definitely responding to it very badly. And I think part of it is that, like, militaristic helioculture that's, you know, kind of getting to her. Real talk, though, this was genuinely bubbling up since Com's death, and Vase was only a small factor in it. Yeah, she's lashing out because of her grief, too. For sure. Like, she's still dealing with the trauma, and she's very much... She feels like she can do something about it. Like, she has to try to do something about it, and that her mother is not doing that, and is getting in her way. Nemi was going down that path with her without the Helio's influence, for sure. Yeah. Like, she definitely wants revenge, and she wants to, like, put all of herself into this training and this, like, action that she can take to, you know, feel like she's, you know, actually in control, I guess. Love doesn't keep anyone safe, Nemi exclaims, raising her voice enough that some of the soldiers turn their heads to watch. Her thunderous expression convinces most of them to get back to their business. Nemi clenches her fists. Love didn't keep Com safe, did it? She says, her voice breaking. There's no amount of love or worry on this whole stupid planet that can do that. So you should just stop, okay? Stop. Or do something actually useful. I'm never gonna be like you. I'm gonna fight. Oh no. I like the oh no. Side note, why does everyone keep saying they're safe in the creche? The creche is famously where Tammy died. Yep, that is true. I love this oh no. It's just oh no. And I agree, oh no. Vase peels off from his unit and jogs over to stand beside Nemi. You okay, babe? He asks, putting his hand on Anemone's shoulder. She covers it with her own and angles her body toward him. Now, I think he's only going to make things worse here, but I do feel like he's genuinely concerned about her and, like, trying to defend her in this moment, which is kind of sweet. But I know he's about to make things worse. Yeah, everything's just galactic, Nemi mutters. My mom was just about to tell me again how much she wishes I would give up being a soldier so I can pop out babies and be safe. Antecedent sputters, trying to explain herself, but Vase beats her to it. Anemone's an exemplary soldier, Chief Steward, he says calmly. I know it's hard for her mother to accept, but we're all much safer for her service to the colony. He puts one finger under Nemi's chin, talking directly to her. And remember, Nemi, that we exist to protect people like your mother, to preserve the bond between parents and their children. Vase gives Antecedent a stiff smile. If the stars align, one day we won't lose any more sons. Alright, well, I mean, in general, I disagree with his entire being, but I feel like he handled that better than I expected him to. A soft "oh" escapes Antecedent as she blots her eyes. Oh, you are one of the good ones, aren't you? She says, clearly trying not to cry. Aw. Just walking in the footsteps of the good men and women who served before me, ma'am, Vase replies. We couldn't do it without you keeping the hearth lit for us. And speaking of, I'll take lunch if you have any left. Most unambiguously nice thing he's done all run. Absolutely. I will say, if I appreciate one thing about Vase, is that he's not a trad guy. He does respect women. Yeah, I do appreciate that. Antecedent laughs and hands him a tiffin from her basket, then goes up on her toes to give him a quick hug. Over her shoulder, Vase shoots a cheeky wink at Nemi, who rolls her eyes and snorts. That is actually very sweet. I feel like... I like that... I like that he actually, what's it? I completely forgot what I was going to say. Debatable. We'll give him 1 point here, yeah. For sure. In response to Auntie calling him a good one, yeah. He's definitely an asshole, but I think he clearly has principles. I'll give him that. But yeah, I like that he gets along with her mom, and I feel like he could potentially help to mend their relationship. I would really like to see that happen. Yeah. That is sad. Oof. I guess we still have some strange devices. Will we hit 10 friendship with base? 10 whole friendship. Did we talk to Nomi? I think we did. I also suspect that hurting individual humans for the sake of humanity is a thing he would only need the tiniest push to be convinced of, for sure, yeah. That'd be interesting. I'm not sure if I've done it before. Hit friendship with base. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I think we have talked to Nomi already. We have a thing with Rex, too. I'm sorry, my eye is, like, itching today. Why is everything weird today? Speaking of things being weird today, Cat seems to have quieted down. Okay, yeah, she's sleeping. Okay, peace has been restored to the land. You spot Rex sitting on the second floor of an unfinished building, his feet dangling over the edge. He waves at you and gestures you to come sit next to him. Hey, Solana, he says, shooting you a tight smile before looking back over the rest of the colony. From here, you can see the garrison soldiers marching around in formation, with Vase at the head. Rex watches them with an uneasy expression. Did Nomi fall down the well? Are we finally getting feud lore? Oh my gosh, I hope so. Rex musters up another smile. That's a good one, he says. You always know how to brighten my day. You have one more surprise up your sleeve, though. You open your bag and pull out the dust melon you've lugged over from the canteen. Rex brightens and makes grabby motions with his hands. Yes! He exclaims. My hero! Rex tears into the soft rind of the melon with his fingers and splits it between the two of you. You sit together and watch Vase bark orders at the other young soldiers. I'm gonna ask, do you ever wish you were more like them? Rex scoffs, lip curling a little as he takes a bite of melon. No way! Marching around and taking orders? That's not the life of me. For me. It's just, everyone on the Helio listens to Vase, you know? And he doesn't like me, so that means I've always been an outsider, whether I wanted it or not. They're friendly to me, I guess, but it's not the same as having friends. Not like you, or Nomi. He shrugs, exhaling heavily. It's a good thing I'm just a big friendly dog who likes everyone, you know? He jokes. Or it would probably hurt a lot more. I don't know if I buy that. I feel like he's very much playing into the friendly dog thing. I'll be so mad if Vase has, like, persuasion powers. Yeah, that would be kind of fucked up. Okay, what is the deal with you and Vase? Please tell us. Rex's mouth twists, and he spits a dust melon seed over the edge of the building. It's kind of a long story. Not a fun one, he says, avoiding your gaze. I'd rather not drag it up again, honestly. No! Empathy 40, oh my gosh, we're close, too! No, we're so close! I'm kind of curious what the dust and dust melon refers to. Hope it's not like the water and water. Yeah, I don't know. See why I love the brain trainer? Yeah. It's too late, isn't it? I don't think it'll let us do it. No. No! Welp. That sucks. It just wore off. Can we come back to this event? You could reload and have the combo when you have more persuasion. Once I get it, I have it permanently equipped. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Can we just reload? Do I want to reload? Probably. I guess. That's just a bit ago now. Right. I guess we can try it. Alright, there we go. Did we miss anything else though? We have everything? We talked to Nemi before. Did we got her thing. Ooh, we can train too. Say will always be before your last conversation. Okay. We'll just do the same things we did before. Alright. Short version? Rex frowns as he scratches his nose, still looking out at the assembled garrison soldiers. The short version is that Vase isn't really the hero he tells everyone he is, he says softly. He's just a bully. Everyone acts like they like him, but they're just afraid of what he'll do if they step out of line. Yeah, that's the impression I get too. Rex nods with the slow acceptance of someone who's long made peace with their situation. Yeah, it sucks, he agrees. It's just... Ace wasn't always like this, he says. Or Rex says. He used to be kind of like me, a small weird kid with a chip on his shoulder. Just really wanted people to respect him. He runs his fingertips thoughtfully over his left forearm, where a gnarled scar winds over the bone. Well, you got it, Rex continues. It looks like he might say more, but goes quiet for a few long seconds instead. I wish it was different, he says eventually. I wish he was different. We could have been friends, maybe. Aww. The garrison soldiers break from formation, and you watch Nemi approach Vase. He sweeps her up in his arms and swings her around. You can hear her delighted laughter from here. Rex watches this with a frown. Anemone and I don't know each other very well, he says. Probably because Vase is telling her all kinds of lies about me. But I'm a little scared for her, you know? She doesn't know what he's capable of. Oh, geez. Yeah, former friends are close enough. Significant scar. Yeah, there's stuff going on. Rex straightens and puts on a happier face. I don't want to waste my day thinking about Vase, though, he says firmly. Now when there's friends to talk to, and a whole world to explore, and dust melon to eat. He splits off another segment of dust melon and eats it with gusto, laughing as the juices dribble onto his mostly bare chest. And baths to have, I guess? He giggles, wiping up the juice and licking it off his fingers, seemingly without a care in the world. Interesting stuff. Hey, Rex, that answered almost nothing. Well, he did say he didn't really want to talk about it. Log for dog. Well, hey, Rex exclaims, jumping up when he sees you. How's it hanging, Solana? Your eyes fall to a spectacular line of hickeys that travels down his neck and disappears under his harness. He sees you looking and laughs. Unashamed, he pulls down the fabric of his harness to show off that they go much farther than that. Me? I'm good, he laughs. Real good if you catch my drift. Oh boy. Let's build stuff. You know what my hammock needs? Asks Rex. An automatic snack delivery system. For when my hands are busy. I was thinking, if I hang a big barrel of cookies up here, he continues, pointing to a gnarlwood tree nearby, I could use ramps and pulleys to bring the cookies over here. He gestures to his hammock. And they could just roll right into my mouth. It's a bold plan, and it involves a lot of twisty-turning ramps, gears, levers, swinging arms, and more. It's probably a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but it is hilarious to watch Rex press a button and send a cookie rocketing down chute, and eventually, to his mouth. The ground is littered with the cookie detritus of failed runs, but Rex is proud anyway. It works perfect, he says, his mouth full. Thanks for the help. Mars is... Oh, yeah, we've heard about this. Yeah, we can give her stuff. Let's give her crystals. I don't see anything wrong with living a life of leisure, Mars muses. Sure, just because I'm not digging plants out of the dirt or shooting a gun doesn't mean I don't contribute. Mars gestures to the engineering structure. It takes years to see a tangible benefit for scientific research, and we still fund them, don't we? It's the same for generating culture. You have to take it on faith that it will benefit you in the future. We can actually get into a debate! Look at this! Let's do it. Mars would never stoop to using her fists to get her way, but she loves a good fight nonetheless. You ask her what she would have done differently if she'd been the captain of the Stratospheric when you landed, and her eyes go wide. She launches into a laundry list of shoulda-wouldas, and whatever she says she would have done, you offer reasoning for why it wouldn't have worked. I do think it's interesting that, like, previous blurbs state that Helios are fine engaging with him in the with benefits way, but will disengage the moment someone can see, even slightly see. Yeah. Probably makes you really normal about that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. They're really weird about him. After a little while of this, Mars is positively invigorated. Wow, you really thought about all this, didn't you? She says, cracking a little smile. You're totally right. It's a lot more complicated than just making decisions and telling people what to do. Thank you. It's so important to have people like you around to keep me on my toes. She cracks her knuckles. Okay, but when I'm governor, I will do so much better than the adults can. I believe you. What does he like again? Does he like flowers? I think he likes flowers. Oh no, he likes eggs. Have we tried giving him other stuff? Or are we completely out of eggs? I thought we still had one or two. Uh-oh. Is there anyone who likes bobber fruit? I don't know. I don't think we've had any success yet. We could try giving it to him. Ah, there we go. Food! Cal grabs the fruit out of your hands, then remembers his manners. He gives you a big hug. Thanks, Solana. I'm starving. How'd you know? Because, like, someone's gotta like it, but I don't think we found anyone. Yeah. Well, we did now. Oh, and we got a thing with him, too. We're just getting all of the social interactions today. Are we at 80? Nice. Wait, let's check out our friendship scores. 71, 81, 79... We could maybe get these two to 100. Maybe even Nemi, but probably not. Rex is getting up there pretty fast too, probably because of all the hugs. And who even knows how Sim works? You're shooting the breeze with Cal in the shadow of the geoponics dome when he leans over and waves at someone over your shoulder. Perk! Hey, over here! Is this another person? Perk jogs over to you. He's a heavy-set adult, with tattoos sprawling up his arms that make him look like he's made of marble. He holds out a stack of tiffins wrapped in a sash. Hey, you two. Steph and I were testing out recipes, and we ended up making too much. Figured I'd run some lunch over to you. Cal takes the tiffins and opens the first one. Rental doll, he exclaims, inhaling deeply. No way. Perk looks proud. Rice in the second one, and a little something sweet in the third. You deserve it with how hard you've been working out there. You eat up too, Solana. There's more than enough. Perk leaves you to divide the spoils, and Cal goes right into dessert. Having 4 parents is the best, he mumbles, around a mouthful of sour sweet cake. Huh. Cal's mom, Auntie Tira, is in a relationship with 3 other colonists. Perk's the newest member of his family, but even then, they've all been together for a while. Cal's always been surrounded by a lot of love at home. Huh. Cal swallows his food. You know, sometimes I wondered if I'd want to date that many people, like my mom does, he muses. Like, finding one person who wants to date you and having the courage to ask them out is already hard enough. Bruh, my palms are sweating just thinking about it. Bruh, yeah. Besides, Cal continues, it works fine for my mom, but I kind of feel like if I find someone, I want to just be with them, you know? I'm gonna put all my energy into making them happy. Well, I don't think we have that kind of relationship with Cal. Don't knock it until you try it. Cal shrugs. Bruh, I'm around it like literally every day. I'm pretty sure I'd know if it's for me or not. The doll is sweet and fragrant, and tastes all the better for being made and delivered with love. You and Cal eat your fill before Cal excuses himself to go back to work. Cute. No one here understands us that we're part of this planet, this says, looking up at the colony walls. Like it or not, this planet is a system. You can't just hijack it. That's what humans did on Earth, Dis continues. And look where that got us. That's a no on the alien molecule, then! Yeah, I suppose so. I think we've already talked to everyone, so let's do some exploring. Where to go? We could go to the valley because we can get biology there if we want to max out our biology. Right, anemone? We'll have plenty of other chances. We can do that whenever. Let's see. I guess valley is probably a good idea. We can also hang out with Nomi in the valley. I feel like the ridge has the most interesting stuff, though. Although maybe we've done most of the interesting events there, but there's always new stuff popping up, so who knows? I don't know. I guess let's see what other options we have by way of biology. Like, is there anything else we would rather do with that? Let's check the... We'll check in here and we'll check in engineering. So yeah, not the... Work on the farm gives us biology. Is Nomi in the valley? Isn't she in the plain? Or aren't they in the plains? I thought they were in the valley. No, you might be right. Okay, so farm and Xenobotany gives us biology. Valley's the pink place. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nomi was in the pink place. I feel like Xenobotany always has interesting stuff. Or no, maybe Nomi wasn't in the pink place. Maybe they were in the other. I don't remember now that I think about it. Okay, this gives us biology. We could use some more reasoning. Let's be real. Oh, even with the bonus, we're just shy of 50. It would be nice to get to 50. Three biology and 3 empathy is really nice. Yeah, I think you might be right that Nomi's in the plains. I have an event that's like not very plot relevant, but it's my favorite in the entire game, which would be fine. Me and like the final year, I tell you how to get towards it. We're very unlikely to get it naturally in any year, but this one is the thing. Yeah, maybe. We could potentially try that. Oh, it has a specific requirement that we're unlikely to fulfill again by accident. Oh, I see. So you're saying that it's hard to get, but we're already pretty close, so we might be able to get it? If so, then yeah, we might take a stab at it. Yeah, I don't know where to go exploring. Okay, yeah, sure, we can try that. Where to explore? This does give us the biology, which is potentially nice. I guess let's do that. Let's do that, okay. Maybe we can find some more eggs. But no, we're getting anything but eggs. I wish they told you if a new boss event specifically has shown up when it tells you events have respawned. Yeah, well, I assume that they always respawn at least 1 or 2 boss events, but I guess you never really know. Okay, what do we do with the bristle slug? I guess we can catch it. Egg has forsaken us, yep. The heck? I think my sound just cut out. Hello? Oh, okay, it's back now. Weird. we're definitely going to combo these in a later round. No cut on errand. Yeah, I think my headphones are probably just being weird. God damn it. I was going to say we could do this, but the freaking 4. Bit of a wobble when it came back for you, though. That's strange. Well, I don't think we're going to get a... I mean, I guess we can just put this, and then this doesn't do anything on its own, but it'll set everything else to 4s, which, you know, it does reduce our card value, but we get the 3 of a kind from it. I don't think that's really doing much for us, but whatever. This card becomes 4 is going to be such a problem. So if we... How does this interact with the... Okay. Yeah, it does not get the bonus. Do something with this, and then put a gem there, and then combo that with a 4. Or even... Ooh! Ha! That's interesting. Why not? $63 is kind of nuts. $4 could be nice though, but yeah, just let me beat that. What was the maximum? 76, dang. Another bristle slug for the geoponics barns. You're getting good at this. Oh, what do you got? The paths are narrow and in constant need of repair. There's a team working here, trying to repair where one of the jelly arches has collapsed and covered the path in 30 centimeters of sticky goop. Oh, is this the thing that we did before? Where we, like, desiccated it? Okay, well, we got lots of 3s, and, well, they're... Interesting, okay, I think maybe I'll do 3s on... I don't really want to... I was gonna say I might save my natural 3s for later rounds to combo with that, but... maybe not. Whatever. Do have a lot of threes. But I don't think we necessarily want our strategy to be just turn everything into a 3. Because some of these cards are so much higher that it's just not even worth the bonus from like 2 or 3 in a row. We could get quite a gem combo going. Oops, all threes. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so just out of curiosity, let's put this in the 3 slot. I just want to see how the numbers turn out. If we have... So that can turn into a 10. These can... Wait. These can be 6s. It's a 3. So do we want to save gem combo for next round? Maybe we do something like this and... That's interesting. So that actually overrides the 3. If we were to move these, though... Okay, that also overrides the 3. So we can take one of these. Wait. Do this. Huh? Oops all 5s is better than oops all 3s. Though we do use part of our gem combo, so our next round gem combo is not going to be as good. But we have 9s, look at that. Can't go wrong with 9s. Let's see. Let's just grab these. What else can we do by way of gem combo? Yeah, and we only need 10 next round. What happens with this? Oh, that doesn't really do anything. 6/6 is pretty good. We could do value is wild. D5 is pretty good. Yeah, why not? Nice. Yeah, we did the thing. We're getting literally half the stress. That's amazing. Let's see what's up with this guy. Ooh, first collectible use is free. That's always nice. We got a little bit of gem combo going. That's fun. I think this is going in the last round. We have a lot of good cards in here. Spores stress is over 50. You can get a 2 in a row there. You can get 3s there. I guess we can do this if we sacrifice the gem combo. Well, that's kind of crap. Oh, because we get the stupid gem. Gem combo actively a detriment in this hand. That's pretty good. I think this would be nice with our neighbors become wild stuff. So let's save both of these for next round. Well, we don't have any 6s, but... that will do. Okay, we got some yellows. Let's do this. Why is that? Why is that getting... Oh, -3 to last card. This stupid thing. You know what? Who needs it? Oh, let's just move this entire thing down and put Dad at the end, maybe? Good enough. Ricky runs up your leg. It's a giant spider thing and it's got weird tentacles and get it off. It's so cute though. The urge to dance around and shake it off is almost uncontrollable, but you manage to keep your cool. The freaky tastes you with its tentacle feeler legs, but doesn't look interested in causing you harm. It pokes at your backpack, trying to get in, then gives up and scurries off. That's so cute. Cute little critter. Well, there's another one. Freaky are carnivores, you think, but the juveniles are too small to take out anything larger than an insect. Not so much in the case with this one. The freaky blocking your path is pretty large, probably about as tall as your waist, and it's growling at you over the carcass of something even bigger, which seems to be missing its head. Yuck. You're not sure if it killed or scavenged the dead animal, but it's dragged it onto the path and looks ready to fight you for it. We'll wait. You back off and wait. It sits there and gnaws at that animal slowly for hours. It's disgusting. Eventually it rolls over and takes a nap, its many legs kicked up in the air and its tummy bulging. You try to sneak by, but it wakes back up with a hiss. It drags the rest of the carcass off into a tree, and you can finally pass. Okay. Another one of these. Do we try to harvest some stalks? And start breaking off the freshest and youngest looking shoots. Plant shutters. Analyze that shutter, I guess. Okay, locked card. Well, slightly annoying, but we can make it work, I think. Well, we're not really going to get much of a combo in this one, so I guess we might as well. Well, no, we definitely don't need the +1 skill, because we already have animals maxed out. I don't know, just grab something random, I guess. Value is wild could potentially be nice here. Ooh, +3 on 3rd stage of challenges, so that'll be an 8. That's pretty nice. Get a 4 there. Yeah, I feel like we're not really going to do anything this round. Whatever. Let's just get out of here. Value is wild. That's also nice. So what if we just, like, surround this with wild values? What can we do with this? This is interesting as well, but it's not helpful here. That's quite strong. Oh boy. So just out of curiosity, does that... Okay, so that does work against that. We don't need that though. +1 for gems is nice. So what can we do with that? So that doesn't really work. Ah. That's probably better. Let's go with that, I guess. Nice. And now we're back to the harvesting thing. Well, we're not, like, starving right now. So I feel like we probably don't need to kill the plant creature. course you never find it again. It left. You're enjoying a relatively uneventful second sun of taking readings for one of Utopia's geological surveys when your world shifts on an unnatural axis as Sim comes crashing seemingly out of thin air, grappling with a skyfish almost as big as he is. "Look out!" he calls to you, though it's far too late for that. The ground rushes up to meet you, and it's all you can do to close your eyes and protect your head. To make matters worse, in the ensuing tussle, they completely crush the delicate scanning equipment you'd just finished setting up. Utopia is going to be so upset. Oh no. You survey the wreckage helplessly while Sim holds the skyfish at bay. The skyfish flops around pitifully, then springs back into the sky and flies away, trilling in distress. It didn't even look dangerous, really. Oh, and he's up to 60. "So, Lana," Sim croaks, and you turn your attention to him. Blood is pouring from a wound on his chest, where one of the skyfish's spines must have pierced his otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that will definitely leave a mark, or leave a scar, or worse. Holding the wound closed, Sim smiles sheepishly. "I guess my future sight isn't always 20/20. I mean, future sight is interesting and all, but are you gonna be okay?" Waves dismissively with the hand that's not holding his ding-dang chest together. "'Tis but a flesh wound," he says, then smiles. "I see you've been, enjoying our media library, huh?" "Did I say it right? It's from one of your Earth movies. I quite liked it." He coughs. "He and I are similarly difficult to kill completely." He grins. "You think it's just a coincidence that I'm always there at exactly the right time to save you?" "At night, when I'm asleep," he corrects himself, "I sometimes see visions of things that are going to happen. Or at least that could happen." Monty Python survived to the future confirmed. "My dreams aren't always true," Sim says, wincing as he applies pressure to the wound. "The paths branch and converge. Time is more like a web than a line, I think." Smiles weakly. "But always in the center, there's you." "You're in the center of my web, too." I can see the future a little bit." "You can?" Sim laughs. "Well, you must not be very good at it either." You try to explain. You tell him it's kind of like remembering, but in your dreams. It's happened ever since you were a little kid. Like you're remembering things that haven't happened yet. You admit that some of them are pretty rough, like visions of people dying. Sim nods in agreement as you explain. "Some gardeners have this ability," he says, "but it takes hundreds, even thousands of years to develop. It seems you were born with it." "I can't tell you how this future sight works," Sim continues. "To be honest, I don't even know. But if you're curious..." He's clearly grappling with something, and not just the sluggishly bleeding wound in his chest. His voice drops. "You might look for answers under the light of the wormhole and glow," he confesses. You press him for more, but he begs you to simply leave him to handle his injury in peace. Well, we've already seen the light of the wormhole and glow. Yep. It is our special eyes, yeah, for sure. Well, we saw the time knife and everything. "So, Lana," Sim greets you warmly, "my favorite human. What can I do for you?" You notice the puncture wound in his chest from the other day is gone. Wow, fast healer. I guess we'll bring him something. What do you say about this? Sim examines the device for a moment, then hands it back to you. "I think you had better hold on to this, Solana. he says. You may need it later. He just likes everything, doesn't he? I guess we might as well get a heal. I continue to be mad on Tiss's behalf here. Should we bother with the other stuff? Let's go through and see if there's interesting stuff first. So many bobber fruit, jeez. Egg! We got egg. More egg! Egg has not forsaken us. Oh. Gosh, there's a lot to pick up around here. You're definitely the center of his web. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. The Valley of Vertigo spans a huge and relatively safe area, so it's rare to see other foragers out here. It's surprising, then, to come across Utopia and 2 other foragers crouching in the underbrush. Psst, Solana! Utopia hisses, beckoning you over. Get over here! You slink over to the other foragers. Through a gap in the underbrush, you spot a terrific sight. A fully grown manticore has fallen into a nest of at least 20 snap bladders, and they're engaged in what looks like a battle to the death. I've got 10 kudos in the snap bladders, she says. I fell into a nest once. I was laid up in the med bay for a week. Isn't there an event here with the potential to give egg, the egg stealing event? Yeah, I guess we can try that. Poor manticore, one of the other foragers says. What a way to go. The last forager snorts. Who cares? After what they did to Hal, every manticore can rot for all I care. Excuse me? Who did what to Hal? That's news to us. The manticore roars in pain as it's torn apart by the whip-fast, hungry snap bladders. Oh boy. I mean, I kind of feel like it's the circle of life and we shouldn't get involved. Betting on it does feel a little bit... a little bit tasteless. But... I don't know. God. Hal death by manticore, according to these guys. I mean, I feel like the snap bladders are winning right now. I don't really want to participate in this, to be honest, but... gut-wrenching to watch how much punishment the manticore can take, slowly being poisoned and torn apart piece by piece. Finally, it collapses into the carnage. There's no movement at all. Did we really have to just sit here and watch all this? Jeez. Guess they killed each other, Utopia mutters. But one of the foragers gasps and points. The manticore is moving. It slowly gets to its delicate feet and limps off, bleeding heavily but alive. You grumble and pay out your losing debt. Alright, let's get in there and scavenge what we can. Keep exploring. You could have helped, I guess. Okay, dense cloud of pollen, etc., etc. I guess we can use our perception. The pollen clouds eventually shift, giving you glimpses of something obstructing the path. It looks like a snap bladder, an infamously territorial predator around these parts. When they're heavily pregnant, they use the pollen fog to pick off their prey. We avoid it. We pass through the cloud unharmed, staying out of the reach of the bloated snap bladder. It snicks its snappers in your direction. It is much too heavy with spawn to chase you. Okay. You stumble upon another Squeeger hive queen and her multitude of wriggling, oozing children. When she sees you, her mandibles start clicking in annoyance, and she puffs up angrily. She looks decidedly more dangerous than other Squeegers you've seen. Seems like your thievery of her royal jelly has consequences. Well, we're here. I guess we might as well harvest some sap. Okay, ooh, card gets +3, that's very nice. Oh, we got so many floors. I guess we could turn that into a 5 potentially, but it doesn't really give us much, to be honest. So this presumably takes effect after this, so it's not going to get a plus. Yeah. So it doesn't get an extra +3. Oh, and anyway, that's for physical cards only. I don't have any red cards under 3, so that's not really going to do much. So what if I just do something like that? That's not bad. Okay, now we have more red cards to work with, which is good for here. We have so many 4s and so many 6s. We can do that. Though it is a little bit of a shame to lose this. I think that's fine. We have some gems. We don't have any cards to do anything with the gems. And we have a lot of 6s for next time, which is cool. Lots of 6s. Sure. You get in there and squeeze out some jelly from one of the Hive Queen's many holes, somehow managing not to get sprayed too badly by her acid. Some lands on your arm in the back of your hand and sizzles briefly, but you keep your calm long enough to escape with your bounty. Ooh, egg. We got an egg. I guess we should take the egg. Except it's probably not going to go well. Yeah, we've done this one before. My egg. I don't think we really need egg that badly, but you know. So what if I do something like this? The 7, that's quite nice. Or... turn that into a 10. That's something. Oh, we do want to get toughness. We can get our eagle eyes out. So wait, how does this... Okay, so we don't want that. We do want this. I guess we can just take the rest of our 6s out. +2 to cards with gems, and then we can have... Whew. That's fun. We have a 7-8. Or we could go for 8s. 8s and 8s and 8s. And 8s and 8s. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Super goal 6 and we got a 54. Not too shabby. Alright. Best score 70 is crazy. Okay. We got our egg. What do we got for that? Update basic cards in the Garrison Gym. Ooh, that could be fun. Have we explored everywhere? think maybe we have, but I'm not 100% sure. There's Sim. I think we probably have what it takes to finish off the rest of these events. The +2 for each gem on other cards is quite nice. So I guess we can do this. Oh, we did get stress back from this too. I forgot it did that. So with that, I think we're pretty good to go for the rest of the events. Come across a veritable feast of berry bushes. Gloopy, sagging bushes with enormous purple berries. They look delicious. Yeah, we gotta research the berries first. Biology, right. We wanted to get biology. It is kind of annoying that I can't see what my actual values are, but I think we were at like 92 last I checked, and have only gotten more since then. Oh boy. I do not want to use up all these gem cards on the first round. Value is wild, being locked is wild, yeah. I don't like that. I don't like my options here. I want to keep the gem cards. And that. And I can't even get 3 4s in a row because these interact with each other. I guess I could use an item. I do have items to go around. This, in particular, would be good in this one. So essentially it would be a +2. So I could put that on here, and then have this be a 4, and then use one of the 4s here. I don't know if the 2 value was worth using an item. Probably not. Between rounds is always fun. Milking the Squeeger is such a funny card name. Do that. 3 5. Sure, we'll do some more 5s. Alright. We got all these 9s. Oops. We got +2 for gems on other cards. That makes it an 8. Heck, we can do this too. Whoops. Have a 10 there. This would also turn into a 6, but this one we can potentially do more combos with. Okay, so that's a 49. Alright, whatever. Oh, we're so close on the biology. Okay, yeah, these are the explosive seed pods. I forget what we did with them last time. I kind of want to see what the other option was, but... let's try to harvest them? As soon as you get your hand around one of the fist-sized berries, you hear a pop and feel a rush of heat against your face. Oh, come on! I knew that they were explosive. I was gonna be careful. These aren't berries, these are exploding seed pods. Literally, yes, I already knew that. You stop, drop, and roll to beat out the tiny flickers of fire on your coat. You're lucky it wasn't worse. Oh, Solana. Just be doing shit out here. Just grabbing a handful of explosive seed pods. We've captured them before. I don't know if we've tried just milking one. I guess we'll... I think we did too. Solana loves getting into situations, yep. Let's try to milk one. You approach a gravid float cow, clucking softly to it. Its big bug eyes peer at you curiously as you hunker down by its udders and relieve it of, wow, almost 10 liters of float cow milk. The float cow seems relieved to be milked. It's so light after you finish that it leaps into the air, and the rest of the herd follows. They drift over the treetops like lost balloons. Yeah, we've seen this one before. They're so goofy. An absolutely enormous tree forms part of the path here. Its roots cut natural stairs into the path, and its magnificent canopy of large, flat leaves completely blocks out the sky. They arch overhead almost to the ground on the other side. Walking under it is like going through a tunnel. And the tunnel is dark and gloomy, unseasonably cool, and filled with the whispering of leaves. You get the sense that something is aware of your presence. Climb up it. Could be interesting. I feel like we did this at some point. I don't remember. Let's try climbing. You climb up and onto one of the big flat leaves, surprised they can actually support your weight. Neat. You get high enough out of the fog to see the whole area. It's very pretty, but nothing else happens. Okay. Okay, so we've done this. I think there's at least like one or two more events out here that we have not done. Okay, so this was the loop. Okay, I see an event over there. Okay, yeah, there's an event, and there was one off to the side there. I'm at least pretty confident that there aren't any more, like, boss events. Come across a huge field of flowers. Most are teensy pink ones, but some are big, beautiful yellow ones. Check the Holopedia. It looks like they're a brand new species. They don't even have a name. They need a name, like butter dandies, even though they look neither like buttercups nor dandelions. Honestly, they kind of look more like spitting cobras than anything. Oh dang, we got yellow flowers. I don't like that this is a perception challenge. Well, let's just take one. Find the tallest, most perfect yellow flower and leave the rest. No need to be greedy. You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible? There's only one way to find out. Well, there are a few ways if you're not a coward. Well, I want the biology points. Okay, bonus to straights. That's always fun. I mean, we could go for 5s. But I think we could also try to go for a 5, 6, 7, which is maybe better. Not that much better, I don't know. We do have some wild cards that we could use with this, which could be very nice. We don't really have much by way of gem combo. That's pretty good. But we do lose these two for Dad. Maybe we should just use Dad here. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's just throw all our gem cards in there and see what happens. Not ideal, really. Get a 5, 6, 7. Is not bad at all. We could use a log. I think a log would be very nice here. Should we max biology? You determined that these mushrooms aren't only poisonous, but explosive as well. Yeah, I think we've seen this one too. Powerful straight, yeah. I just couldn't help myself. We didn't need to do it, but we just had to. Enhance your DNA in engineering. Oh boy. That's interesting. So that's where Sim is. We've already seen that. I think we have enough for just one more, yeah. We can only do one more thing. And I remember seeing thing somewhere. Was it here? I think it was not. Okay, we've definitely missed a thing. We'll go find it. Was the thing that we missed? That's not it. I'm pretty confident that there was at least one more event. Finally, we too can get a flawless augment without downsides, like scrolls through our list of our friends' augments. Yeah. Maybe we did get everything. I think there was one more, but plus one to all mental skill increases. I don't think we really need to work on anything though. Maybe we are done. It looks like we're done. I guess we'll head back then. Perception and biology, which we really need. This year, Governor Lum's ascension to the Verdumnalia stage is heralded by an entire military band, their instruments shiny and nano-printed new. They march out of command in formation, splitting and forming a phalanx at the foot of the stage as Lum takes his place before you. The spotlights turn on with heavy ka-chunk noises, illuminating Lum in a halo of floating dust particles. He spreads his arms wide. "Hello, Vertumna!" His voice booms over the speakers. "Are we winning or what?" The reaction is mixed. You look around. It's easy to see the ones cheering the loudest are Helios and people who fully adopted their mentality, like Nemi. The Stratos are more reserved, some even silent. Security Chief Rhett is one of them, his usual stony expression hiding his true feelings. Regardless, there's enough cheering that Lum has to wait for it to die down before he continues. "We're killing it out there, people!" he exclaims. "Every day we claw a little more territory from the savage aliens of this planet." A Watato pod arcs through the air and lands with a broken splort at Lum's feet, splattering him with juice. You don't see who threw it, but the faction from Geoponics is looking restless. They begin to jeer and stomp their feet. Lum get eaten challenge, yeah. Lum continues on, raising his fist. "Those Xenos attacked us first, and now they're learning. Don't mess with humankind." The crowd is now evenly split between cheering and booing. Stratos are agitated, and you hear called for things to return to how they were, and how Lum and his soldiers are killing the planet. Even the council, lined up before the stage and facing the crowd, looks conflicted. "We left Earth to get away from this shit," your dad shouts, and you turn to him in surprise. He rarely swears. "Now look at us. We're right back where we started, fighting each other and the planet. We brought it with us." Utopia hops on stage and roots her own hearspeak through the speakers. "He's lying," she yells bitterly. "This year we lost 2 surveyors in the swamps, Sorrel and Quinny. They'd be alive today if Lum hadn't sent him to clear out a manticore den for no good reason." She jams her finger against the governor's chest. "The only threat to our colony here is you." "Hell yeah. Stand up to him." Literally, we are literally killing it. And by it, I mean the entire planet. Yep. Lum's smile doesn't change, but his eyes go cold. He snatches Utopia's hand and calmly, slowly, crushes her holopalm crystal with his thumb. You can hear the crunch of the bones of her hand before the feed cuts out. "Jesus Christ!" Utopia yelps as her knees buckle with the pain, her bravado gone. She holds her broken hand to her chest and is too shocked to resist when Lum shoves her off stage. The crowd is stunned into silence as well. Lum clears his throat and approaches the end of the stage, looming tall over the council. "Thank you for your input," he says, icily. "Your concerns have been noted." This isn't the buffoon Lum presents on his daily holovlogs, or the nuisance he is when he visits a work site. You see something in his eyes you've only caught glimmers of before. Hatred. "You Stratos are lucky we didn't crush you under our boots and take your colony by force," he sneers. "Before we got here, this colony was doomed. You're only alive because I was merciful." Lum get eaten challenge, yeah. "Just a bunch of burned out hippie fugitives. What was your plan for surviving out here? Wishful thinking? Singing songs and talking to animals?" Laughter ripples through the Helios. "You," he gestures to the council, then jerks his thumb at his chest, "need us, not the other way around. I'm done pretending I need to listen to your opinions. If you want to live, you'll do what I say." He stares at Dr. Instance, who glares up at him with hate in her eyes as she tends to Utopia's hand. "Maybe it's time to clean house," he threatens. "We need team players here, ones who share one vision for the future of Vertumna." After a few tense moments, Zeke clears their throat. Sir, shall I continue with the traditional formalities now? Lum scowls down at Zeke, then throws his hands in the air. That's honestly kind of brave to cut in on that. Maybe we can get Tang on Team Rebellion after all. Yeah, I think if Instance goes, then Tang goes. Lum scowls down at Zeke, then throws his hands in the air. Whatever. Do it if it makes you feel better. You're all cowards. He turns and stalks off the stage, his marching band scrambling to follow him with his exit song. As promised, there are no contests this year, but there's plenty of food and alcohol. As the sun begins to set, the Helios, including Vase and Nemi, head straight forward and look ready to party into the night. The other teens seem a little less at ease. Dis, quite predictably, has already left. I'm not partying with the Helios. I kind of want to hang out with the Stratos, but I think we could also just hang out with Dis. Go find our boy. Yeah, I think we need to go find our boy. You don't find Dis on the walls, or in the robotics lab, or in any of his usual hiding places. Not even congruents can get a read on his location. You might have an idea where he could be, though. You creep up on Sim and Dis meeting in secret outside the colony walls. Oh, wow! Sim is actually hanging out around here. Trust me, Dis. I'm not concerned, Sim says, his hand resting on Dis's shoulders entreatingly. The planet is in no danger of being subjugated by humans. Well, I respect his confidence there, but my personal concern is more that the humans are going to destroy themselves. Like, Dis might not care very much about that, but, you know, I would rather not have our colony collapse into infighting and kill each other. You don't get it, Dis exclaims. They're really serious. They're going to use bombs. You've seen bombs, right? Explosions? What if they cut down every tree? Or poison the rivers? Or... Oh! Hello! Thank you for the donation. I unfortunately cannot see the donations very well in here. Let me go bring up Tiltify. Sorry, I should have actually had that up. But thank you, thank you. It is much appreciated. I can't see anything. Oh my gosh, did we get our 40 and 50 milestones just now? Hell yeah, dang. Thank you for the donation. Oh, that's crazy. We actually hit the $50 milestone. I didn't think we were gonna do that. Rig sound effect timing, yeah. Sim, it's so cute. You think we might be in danger? Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's anonymous too. Ooh. Mysterious. Well, thank you, anonymous donor. Cool. That's very exciting. I guess we're gonna have to have a, well, I guess I wouldn't say have to. It'll be fun, I'm sure, but, tea-blending stream is happening at some point, right? We made it to 50, holy shit. That's very exciting. Alright. This is like, Sim, you don't get it. Explosions aren't just in movies, they're for real. I mean, they have already exploded stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure they've had explosives on this planet before. We've had plenty of, like, exploding plants and stuff. And, like, exploding crystals and whatever. So, I'm sure Sim is familiar. Sim smiles patronizingly. I forget sometimes that you're so human, he says, and Dis scowls. You are stuck in time, unable to see beyond the next 100 years. Even if your species manages to wipe all life from this continent, We will simply bring it back again. It may take 20,000 years, but this planet will outlive you. So I was gonna say, like, you know, he might be concerned for, you know, Sim getting wiped out as part of the process. Like, he says, you know, wipe out all life from this planet, we will simply bring it back again. So it seems like Sim is assuming that even if life is wiped out, the gardeners will remain, at least in some way. But also, I feel like, it's perhaps a bit of a parallel with Dis, that, like, Sim also, like, doesn't care about death in kind of a different way. It's kind of interesting. This is an honorary alien for Sim. That makes me feel better about the favorite human content. Or comment, yeah. That is kind of cute. Just knocks Sim's hands away and wipes his eyes. Why are you always so calm? He spits out. Other gardeners aren't like this. Other gardeners know that humans are dangerous. I suppose so. Dis. Sim sighs, closing the distance between them and folding Dis into a gentle hug, like one would approach a biting animal. I'm not like other gardeners. Not anymore. Just like you're not like your humans. That is interesting. Dis sniffles and buries his head in Sim's tattered clothing. I just wish you'd let me help, he murmurs, almost too quiet for you to hear. I kind of do want to announce my presence. I would feel a little bit bad for just eavesdropping. You let yourself snap a branch as you move through the dry underbrush, and Dis leaps away from Sim with a guilty expression. They both relax when they see it's you. Dis scrubs his red face. Hey, Solana, he stammers. I guess I should go back now, huh? Like a biting animal is the best way to handle Dis, to be fair. Yeah. You and Dis sneak back into the colony as the sun sets, dodging Vase and his reveling friends. They've somehow wrangled themselves a live trippet and are in the process of skewering it to roast over a big bonfire. Oh my god! You can hear its dying squeals from here, and shortly after that, smell the sweet charred scent of it roasting over the flame. That makes me feel sick. What the hell? Dis curls his lip. I hate this place, he mutters. Sometimes I wish everyone would just hurry up and die. Oof. Dis, it's fine, we know about the molecule. The week after Vertimnalia is one of the hottest since you landed. You're supposed to take time off for a much-needed break, but it's just so humid and awful, and tempers are short. Shortly after the festival, you start seeing graffiti cropping up everywhere. It seems that a lively, if not particularly civil, conversation between the two factions is being held on the flat surfaces of the colony. Worst way to confirm they're carnivores. Yeah. I mean, I guess they might not consider it animal meat, but it is. It, like, in spirit, if not literally. Lum announces a zero-tolerance policy for political graffiti, but you notice that not every tag is being removed. Just the ones against the war, of course. The atmosphere of the colony is oppressive, as thick as the choking dust heat itself. Everywhere you try to relax, people just want to talk about the war. To make matters worse, the sweltering nights are making your nightmares intense again. You return to work feeling more stressed than before. Welp. So much for my bonus stress! Oh no. Alright, well, I think we're going to call it here. Oh gosh. Yeah, the tension is getting tense. Man. We have had some really good interactions this stream, though. Next time we check out genetic enhancement stuff and stuff. For sure. I need to remember that. You guys might have to remind me. We have genetic enhancement that we unlocked. And what was the other thing we unlocked? I think it was for toughness, right? We unlocked, I think, enhancing our cards or something like that. We need to check out both of those things. And I think we have a couple more, social things to do. I think we had the thing with Nemi where we could try to spar with her, and maybe some others. But we'll leave that for next time. I guess next time we're really gonna have to rest. I think we've actually gotten all of my stat goals, so we'll have to figure out new goals, I guess. Alright, cool. Well, thanks for coming. We had some interesting interactions with Sim, too. Especially the last bit. I'm really glad I got to see that, go out to find Dis and get that little conversation between them. Because that was very interesting. Yeah. Oh, and we almost got... we almost got the Rex and Vase lore, but it wasn't really that descriptive, unfortunately. But maybe someday we'll get the full deets. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. It's Thursday, so I think next week is gonna be just normal schedule, but I guess I'll keep you posted if anything changes. Alright, see you there, and thank you again to the anonymous donation person. I guess I'm gonna have to make plans for the tea blending stream, and maybe try to come up with new milestones, because that's all the milestones I had. Alright, bye guys!